Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well. And a sincere salutations to the Tabernacle of David, you Akim pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth and all truth and all faith and all sincereness. And a healthy shalom to the Akwath who are also listening and learning. It's Zakaria coming at you with another lesson. Lord's willing, and be edifying. So we're going to start in Revelation, the 17th chapter. And it reads, And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And the great whore is referring to America, Babylon the Great. And it states that the great whore sitteth upon many waters. The many waters is referring to the people. Okay? Because when we go to Revelations 17 and 15, I believe. Right. Revelation 17 and 15. And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right. So continuing on, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. All right. So the kings of the earth made deals, okay, with America, Babylon the Great. All right. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Right, drunk off the wine of her fornication. Okay, the wine goes into her philosophies, her ideologies, and also her policies. Okay, these are the things that these other nations, through making deals, policies were signed in favor of their nations. All right, continuing on. Revelation 17 and 3, So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon the scarlet colored beast. That woman is also America, Babylon the Great, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, so that beast, all right, is NATO and the EU. All right, NATO for the military might, and the EU for its monetary might. So America uses these two entities that make up the beast for her strength and her power to manipulate and overthrow, other nations with her power. All right, she manipulates the beast to do her bidding, so to speak. All right, so we're gonna stop right there for now. And let's get a quick video, because Germany is a part of that beast. Okay, that's this system. All right. So let's hear what Germany has to say.
The presidency of the G7, which is now in Germany, sent a very clear message to Vladimir Putin saying we're not going to pay your gas in rubles.
No, we won't.
Because it's blackmail?
It is blackmail, and well, there are treaties. Treaties are in dollar and euro. And so we fulfill the treaties, but we won't change them to reduce the burden on Putin. It's a trick. He wants to circumvent the sanctions, but we won't allow this. All options are on the table. He can decide whatever he wants, but we will fulfilling the treaties as they are, and there will be no change. Otherwise, we would finance his war chest again, and we won't.
So you're going to pay in euros, that's clear. But what if he says, then I cut the flows to Germany and good luck?
Then we will be finding a solution.
So you're not going to play into this blackmail?
No.
So that's a very different Germany from many before. A lot of the international audience remembers perhaps in Nord Stream 2, the big deals with the Russians. What I get from you is a very different Germany.
Well, as I told you, a bit of hawkishness is invented in Germany.
And you think the Russians now get it?
Pardon?
And you think the Russians, they get it now? They're dealing with different people?
I think so. Look at the numbers. They have to realize it's a unified European Union, G7. And well, some time ago, what was the idea of NATO and the debates we had on NATO? And it has changed completely. Putin won't win the war in Ukraine. I'm sure he won't win. But what he has achieved is that we in the liberal democracies of the world, I try to avoid the word Western democracies. In the liberal democracies of the world, we are standing together, and this will last.
So you see the way he speaks with the bravado, okay, when he talks about EU and NATO, okay, how strong of the strength of the beast, the strength of the beast, have him all proudful and his chest stuck out, okay. But there's a saying, they say never bite the hand that feeds you. All right, never bite the hands that feed you, because it's a possibility that you bite that hand and it'll stop feeding you and you'll starve. Okay, so from here, let's get this quick article. Slovakia demons. All right, it says Europe agrees to ban Russian coal but struggles on oil and gas. The European Union nations have agreed to ban Russian coal and the first sanctions on the vital energy industry over the war in Ukraine, but it has underlined the 27 countries' inability to agree so far on a much more sweeping embargo on oil and natural gas that would hit Russia harder but risk recessions at home. The coal ban should cost Russia 4 billion euros a year, the EU executive commissioner said. Energy analysis and coal imports say Europe could replace Russian supply in a few months from Slovakia, other countries, including the U.S. Right, because coal is these other countries can replace the coal that they get from Russia. All right, but let's go down here. It says EU countries, especially big economies like Italy and Germany, all right, which both are part of the beast, rely heavily on Russian natural gas to heat and cool homes, generate electricity, and keep industry churning. All right. So we're going to leave this one and go over here, because these Germany especially depends a great deal on Russia's gas. All right, so we got another article from RT. It says the price of politics. What will happen if the West really abandons Russian gas? All right, so we're going to scroll down, get straight to the point. So it says France and Germany, all right, they're part of the beast, have taken a position somewhere in between. Germany's finance ministry gave assurance that the plan was being jointly worked out to prepare for a possible termination of Russian gas supplies. But Chancellor Olaf admitted the obvious, stating that while Germany will probably eliminate its dependence on Russian oil and coal within a year, this won't include gas imports. All right. So you see, Germany is talking a big game, but they're trying to walk that fine line. All right. All right. And let's go to, we're going to scroll down real quick. And where did I want to go? Where was it? Slovakia. Okay, here we go. It says EU won't freeze until it gets cold. It says the bloc consumes a total of 400 billion M3 of gas per year, about 40 to 45%, or 150 billion M3, of which is supplied by Russia. But the dependence here can be called mutual. In 2021, Russia exported 200 billion M3 of gas, of which 75% went to the EU. Experts agree that if gas supplies are stopped now, Western European countries will face very harsh consequences in late summer and early autumn. All right. So let me get a quick precept. This is Ecclesiasticus 11:25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. All right. And, these EU nations are playing with fire. All right. Especially a nation like Germany, because they depend so much on Russia, on Russia's gas. All right. 45%. Okay. And then there's a section here called Cold Horror. And it just, basically goes into, what could possibly happen if Russia was to just go cold turkey and completely stop the supply chain or the supply of gas. All right. It says, what would happen if Russia couldn't supply pipeline gas to Europe and cut production by the same amount? After all, we cannot redirect this gas anywhere, and it is impossible to route gas pipelines. If this huge volume simply left the market, all the remaining gas will become even scarcer and more expensive. So anyway, I'm not gonna read all of this, but it's a good article in RT. But it just goes into worst case scenarios. Okay, so let's go back to the scriptures. All right. Revelation. Where do we leave off? Revelation chapter 17 and verse 4. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and the color purple just goes into royalty and just shows just royalty, and importance. It says scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones, and the pearls having a gold cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornications. 17 and 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great. All right. And there's no mystery, anymore. What nation is Babylon the Great that the Bible is referring to? Okay. America is Babylon the Great, and the Lord has his prophets out on the highways and byways, beginning with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, warning the people and giving the people this true wisdom and knowledge. Okay. It says, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, man. And America definitely is the mother of harlot, man. She gives birth to all types of forms of wickedness and then spreads it throughout the nations. So from here, we're going to go to the 16th verse, okay? Because I don't want to make this too long. All right, I'm just trying to stick to the point. Salaki, where is it? All right. So we're going to go to the 16th verse. All right. So it says, Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. All right. So remember, the whore is America, Babylon the Great. And this beast is made up of NATO and the EU. All right. So why are these nations, all right, that America is riding upon, going to start to hate her? All right. So I'm going to just give you one example. This is where is it? So we know the dependence that Germany has on Russia for gas. All right, so Germany, this Nord Stream 2, how does the pipeline fit into the Ukrainian-Russia crisis? So this is, old news, but we all know, or you should have known, that Germany and Russia had a deal for the Nord Stream 2, which is a gas pipeline. Matter of fact, final approval on the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline has been put on hold because Russia's actions in Ukraine, Germany has said. Now, remember, Germany depends on Russia for 42 to 45% of their gas needs. Okay, so you can talk a big game while everything is good and cool, all right, but once those your gas reserve starts running out and it starts getting cold, and you use gas for so many things in that country, things are going to get rough. And when things get rough for the people, they turn on what their government. All right. So this is why the beast is going to start to hate the whore, because they're going to realize that they thought they were siding with the winning team, but they're going to realize that all the problems stem from the whore that sitteth upon the beast. All right. So once again, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right. Because ultimately, pertaining to Revelation, the 18th chapter, America, Babylon, the Great is going to be destroyed in the midst of World War III by ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, by her allies turning on her. All right. And also the nations that she's going to be at war against, which is Russia, China, Iran. So I just wanted to make this quick. Lord's willing, it came together, and it was edifying unto the elect. All right. So Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom, Israel.